The date is January 29, 2026. It is 10:05 a.m. Yesterday, I arrived at the Cleveland Heights Library at 1:50 p.m. I put my coat down and then I walked into the first floor restroom. And I sat right by the front window. So I put my coat down at the leather armed chair at the front, right by the front window, and then I walked into the restroom. Shortly afterwards, a young Black woman and an older Black woman walked into the restroom, right behind me. The older Black woman walked straight into the handicap stall. The younger Black woman then immediately said, how she remembers coming to the library years ago. And then when I turned to say, I'm just waiting for the handicap stall, I knew her from the YWCA managed Normal Her Women's Shelter, where I was after my father arranged to have my home stolen from me after I put it in his name until I paid off my school loans and I was on track to achieve my goals that I had planned when I started, at a very young age. My father was a very controlling individual. But anyways, I then recognized the woman, and she recognized me from the YWCA Normal Her Women's Shelter. So as we talked for a really long time in the restroom, and then afterwards I walked out and sat right by the window, and she sat with the woman who she said was her employer nearby. She wasn't in any work attire at all. She was just in a t-shirt and pants. And then they just sat there, right by the front door where I was sitting. Then her employer said, "We have to get back to work." Okay, so basically they entered the library, used the restroom, sat down for a little bit and left. And this was during work shift, but she was not dressed at all in any type of work attire. Okay. In the restroom, she told me about how the YWCA have really changed. That's what she's been told, and how they're doing work within the women's shelter. I don't care what the YWCA does. I don't care about the Normal Her Women's Shelter. I don't care about any of that. My life was forced into a detour by my father. Within that detour, I met the employees of the YWCA, who the first group of women when I was there, we were fully aware that the YWCA were stealing donations. They were, these donations included the fruit, the bagels from Panera Bread, and the women there didn't ever see it. Pizza, the YWCA would fill their stomachs with pizza that was donated, or when there was Asians who came in, I think that they owned a pizza place, and after they left, that pizza wasn't given for snacks or anything. The YWCA would sit back there and stuff their faces. When I was told to store my organic food with that I was purchasing with food stamps. That's also what was stuck into my life all of a sudden, and it then disappeared. So they were also stealing that. What I learned then about the YWCA is that these are they are current and past drug addicts and alcoholics. One of them is Angie Kitcheries. Angie Kitcheries actually told me that she was tracking me to the library. I had a job at Sprinley. It was a temp job. She called them. Somehow she tracked me there too, and she called them during my shift to let them know, this is a Normal Women's Shelter, and we want to know that your employee there or your temp there, she's here right now, and Well, what this girl also told me in the restroom is that the YWCA staff are still talking about me. They're saying that I was walking around with money in my bags. I was walking around with any money in my bags, and that was unfortunate because the YWCA were calling my jobs. Now, how they were tracking me, I don't know. But what I've also learned is that the Cleveland police and security agencies, from one of the mouths of one of the hookers, was lining up to get head outside of the YWCA managed Norma Her Women's Shelter. So they had no problems with the staff agencies and the cops because, and they were also there was a relationship there with Mayor Frank Jackson. He was the mayor at the time. And it was a relative of his who was involved with the prostitution. There was someone close to Mayor Frank Jackson who was involved with funding this prostitution. YWCA then claimed that they didn't know about it. However, that isn't true because they were actually trying to recruit women into it, especially when the woman, from what I witnessed myself, when the woman was mentally disabled, she was suddenly standing outside with makeup and complaining about itching. So yeah, these guys are sick, very just sick. So as we continued to talk, she was telling me about how the YWCA they've just changed and they're doing all this work, including outside, inside. Well, they're doing that work because of Doge and the fact that Donald Trump is looking into all the 501c3s and the theft of federal money. The YWCA has this property that no one but I think family members or people, I can't remember the name of it, but the YWCA are involved with it. Nicole Evans actually runs it. And they claim to have a kitchen and all these cooks and all these chefs. But Ching Wan Lu told me, Ching Wan Lu does a lot with the homeless network. And she told me there wasn't a kitchen there. So then who are all those so-called or alleged employees, supposed employees who were working there within the kitchen staff? Because then if these were just ghost employees, then where was that money going? And that was another thing. The YWCA received over $2 million in federal funding. Where was all that money going? Because it was not going into the shelter. Now, the reason why I'm now talking about this again, because I talk about it within my YouTube videos, is because, like I said, this girl yesterday told me that the YWCA are also claiming that, I'm rich and I have all this money. The YWCA were putting homeless people in my path to call me a spoiled brat. Now, the YWCA don't know anything about me, but within their excuse my language, fucked up drug addict, drugged out, alcoholic, wasted brains, they have made up all this stuff about me as they're tracking my whereabouts. Look, I've got enough people tracking my whereabouts. I have these helicopters who have hovered above me for over 8 years. Flew out of Burke Lakefront Airport. One of the most recent was number N8QD. They rented it from Helicopters Incorporated. Cleveland Heights Police. They decided to jump on board. One of the car numbers was 1153. I have that on my YouTube channel. An African this is a black male, African male cop, and another one is number 143. I have this on my YouTube channel. They were actually involved with dropping off this homeless woman who was then started coming to the Cleveland Heights Library. So, you know, I've had enough of this. This is stalking. This is defamation. They have really. I had these women who came in onto the Akron buses, saying, why don't you work? And I recorded her, and you're that I was going to try to get back in there. I was going to try to go back there. Why? if I was working. Well, because when these cops, the sheriff, whoever the hell this group of people are, who then call every job where I work, and they claim that I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcoholic. I've never touched a drug in my entire life. Not cocaine, not marijuana. I can't handle the smell of chemicals. The only thing that I can use is 7th generation. I can't handle genetically modified food. I know that I've ingested it when my stomach suddenly feels like a rock and I vomit and my face swells. So this isn't normal right here. It's because I can't get away from all the crap that they're putting in our food. But yesterday, as soon as our conversation was over, I told her, I said, I have to use the restroom. So I walked into the restroom, and she then walked out to sit with her employer, and then they left. So was that planned? Because if it was planned, that was stalking. I told her, I said, oh yeah, I was working behind the scenes. I wasn't working behind the scenes. I don't give two shits about the YWCA, but I wanted to know where the conversation was going to go. And uh, if that was arranged, then that was stalking. And it's not only stalking by her wanting to be in my location, but it's stalking by the individuals who arranged it. And the YWCA continued to be put within the mix of this. And so are the cops, sheriff, and it also seems to be linked to Dominic Coletta. Dominic Coletta falsified records about me, multiple records, claiming that I was involved with drug law enforcement costs, alcohol treatment costs multiple times. I never have. That is completely falsified. I paid over $800 to receive all of these records. I recorded my conversations with Lyndhurst Municipal Court, and I posted that on YouTube. I received over 1/2 of the money refunded back to me. The records don't exist. There is a third eviction court hearing that Coletta completely deleted. What did he do with that court recording? Did he splice it and alter it? Because he did alter the 2 that he gave to me. So within that, did he splice it and alter it to create a court recording or court recordings for claims that all of his falsified records against me are true? And he actually involved himself by the request of my father. My father was alive, because my father wanted to ruin me, because he claimed that I went against him when I defended my mother, which is so psychotic. One of the things that this woman said yesterday was that the YWCA claimed, well, she's from money, she's rich. The only good thing about my father was that he came here with nothing, and then he started a business. He didn't, he then waited to become an American citizen for over 5 years. And the reason why he did that is because he obtained a free. Now this is where his kindness stops. He obtained a free pass to enter the United States because he married my mother. That was the plan. The plan was for him to marry an American. And when he arrived here, they were going from, his family was actually taking him from house to house, looking in South Collinwood when it was all Italian, looking to all of the single women. You want to marry him? And my grandmother forced my mother to marry my father. So the only thing good about my father was that he came here and was able to start a construction business. And how he was able to do that was because roads were being built. And that was it. That's where it all ends. Because my father was a narcissist. He was very controlling. He liked the fact that my brothers were always going to him for money. It made him feel good. It made him feel important. And I was independent. And when there was a lot of things that he did bad against my mother. He was emotionally abusive towards her. And there was a point where, as I was getting older, there was a point, especially when she was put in the nursing facilities, where I had just erupted. It was basically a volcano where I just said, you know what, this is enough. Well, my enough is enough against really cruel behavior was then received by him as an attack, uh, going against him. And then that's when he just took everything from me. And the amount of people who then joined in, because it started with Lyndhurst Municipal Court. However, this, as I stated in previous videos, it actually even goes 21 years before this, because I reported HPL Stampings Incorporated for stealing customer credits. So then it just kind of started to continue to grow. And now the fact that the YWCA are even now, this is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm not wealthy. I don't have any money, but I have worked my ass off to achieve my goals. And stalking by the YWCA, why don't you guys just focus on your lives and getting and bettering your lives? Getting help for your alcoholism and your drug addiction, and stop worrying about anyone else's life. Stop assuming things about anyone else's life, because that's psychopathic. That's sick. And I just want to say, get help and leave people alone who have nothing to do with your lives. You don't know anything about me, nothing. You're making up crap within your fucked up heads, excuse me my language, but you know what? How else can I talk to this trash? There is absolutely no other way. You can't be polite to trash. You have to actually go down to their ghetto level and then try to speak to them that way. I was assaulted on bus 11 by a light-skinned black female who suddenly just started saying, my father, my father. Now, I knew her when I was at, I don't say I knew her. She was at the YWCA Norma Her Women's Shelter when I was there. And this isn't a college. This isn't a school. This isn't like an apartment. So, people just ended up there through situations in their lives. A lot of people are still there because of the fact that they have drug problems, they have alcohol problems, they have mental issues, and within that, they're prostitutes. Quite a few of them are prostitutes, and they were prostituting themselves within full view of the YWCA staff. Full glass windows on the front. YWCA watched them walk in at all times, all times, 24/7. Walk out and stand right up there, right in front of them, and prostitute themselves. They saw who was pulling up, the cops, individuals from security agencies, and they continued to just go along with it until people started asking questions, and they claimed that they didn't know about it. All right, so now this woman, when I was assaulted on bus 11, she kept saying, my father, my father. So I then connected it to, she's a light-skinned black female. There was, or I don't know, maybe still is, a light-skinned black male. His name was Malik, who worked within the YWCA staff. Now, I kind of put things together, and after the assault, I asked him, do you have a daughter? He acted like he was really depressed, and because I told him, I said, I was assaulted on a bus. Now, because I started thinking, this is interesting. I've never dated him. I'm not trying to be mean at all. I just would never date a black guy. I've never been interested in a black guy. I've never been attracted to a black male. I don't find the African males attractive at all. So when I asked him, his demeanor changed, his like emotional state changed, as though he was then depressed, which is really weird. So now I'm wondering, was that Malik's daughter? So the YWCA staff, in my opinion, they're fucked up. For the ones who, like Donna Bolton, she was a 13-year crackhead. Now, if Donna Bolton has gotten over that, that's great. But keep your focus off of me. Don't, because they're in their fucked up heads, they have created such a thing about within their minds of she's rich, she has money, and now they're jealous, and now they want to attack me. I was working towards being wealthy. I was working towards a future goal to achieve owning my own cafe. But I started working at 15 years old within an office. I had over $20,000 in the bank by the time I was 22 because I worked my ass off within the restaurant industry. So YWCA staff, where does that make me spoiled? That I was spoiling myself by working hard. Why do you care about that? Why do you care about someone who was there within the Norma Her Woman shelter because my father attacked my life? Why do you now want to focus on me so much? Why were you tracking me to the library? Angie Kittries, I was a member of my bank for over 10 years. Angie Kittries was suddenly a member. I was a member of a particular gym for over 10 years. Angie Kittries then suddenly started going to that gym. Is there a reason why? Is there a reason why you want to obsess about me so much? Why you are stalking me? This is like unbelievable. How many people am I saying this about now? This is really, really messed up. Get away from me. Stop stalking me. Um, I really need an attorney because the amount of people who are involved and who continue to want to be a part of my life, unwelcomed part of my life, I really need to file a lawsuit because this involves a lot of people within Cuyahoga County. Um, there's a lot of defamation against my character and a lot of stalking. And they just don't seem to want to stop obsessing about me. I want nothing to do with them. I just want to work. But like I said, they've called a lot of every single temp agency and employer. When I walked into a job, even to get an interview, they would contact them and say all kind of terrible things about me. As even now, they're making up stuff about me. Was walking around with money in my bag. That's just so psychotic. I was at the Norma Her Woman shelter. That's a cesspool. That is an absolute underground cesspool. Where was the money? Because they were contacting him, even when I was working within temp agency, saying really bad stuff about me. And the only thing I was trying to do was get my life back. So I just want to say, shut them down. Get rid of them. They don't seem to want to get me out of their minds. They should be focusing on getting their own lives together. But because they can't, because it just seems like it's pretty impossible for them to do it, they want to focus on me. And I'm not their friend. I feel really bad for a lot of those, for all of the women there, because they have very low self-esteem. And some of the things that this girl said to me yesterday, I feel bad for her. I'm not going to say, what it was, but as I'm standing there listening to her, I thought, wow, some of the things that make her feel good about herself isn't anything that would make me feel good about myself. I'm from a completely different world from these people who claim that I'm bougie. So that tells you their frame of mind. That tells you they're just their level of thought, that anyone who has self-respect, anyone who wants to work hard, they label as bougie. That's sad. That stop focusing on me. Stop wanting to be in the same places where I am. And think about those words. Think about the fact of what you're doing. You're focusing on me. You want to repeatedly be in the same places where I am for 8 years. 8 years. Let's calculate that. Okay, there's 365 days in a year. Times 8 years. Wow. Your drug and alcohol addictions aren't enough. Your prostitution addiction isn't enough. What are you focusing on me for? I just went on an interview. Did you follow me there too? They called me back for a second interview. Was that enough for you to make your phone call? Ooh, second interview. That sounds like they're interested in her. You followed me there. I might as well say where it was. Did you call him? What did you say about me? A drug addict. I'm an alcoholic. I've never touched a drug in my entire life, not even marijuana. Can't stand I become actually congested from cigarette smoke, and even when someone does a vape near, those vapes, that aerosol, it's the smell of marijuana. I get sick from genetically modified food. I become woozy from just 2 sips of alcohol. I don't drink, smoke, consume drugs, light, cheat, steal. I'm not interested in this low down underground world that you people are from. Stay out of my life. Because what you're doing is highly illegal. It's stalking and it's defamation. Do you know what the meaning of those words are? Look them up and look up the laws that pertain to them. It actually becomes a federal crime when you stalk someone out of state, because now you're violating my constitutional right to be able to travel from state to state freely and work freely for a free life without the burden of fucked up individuals being obsessed with me. Parkhurst, got that job from Winolo. It was a temp job. I was employed within the Carnegie Museum of Art and the Carnegie Science Center. I was banquet serving. One of the managers claimed she was a new manager there. She was messed up, but I think it was an act. She was a blonde, older woman, not the younger one, who was very banquet service. I mean, she was to the T. She absolutely knew what she was doing. But the older one, she said to me one day, "You lost your house." It's interesting. I had absolutely no conversation with her about my house. My house was stolen from me. So Carnegie Museum of Art, Carnegie Science Center, they got a phone call from someone. There was one African male and more than one African female took a picture of me held her cell phone up, took a picture of me and sent it to someone. So she was sent there. Stalking. Cross state lines, that becomes federal violation. I have absolutely no problem filing a huge lawsuit against these people. And I would love to find an attorney who will assist me with it.
Mine is keeping it. I just want a copy of it. It doesn't make sense why I can't get a copy.
Why do you need a copy?
For just my record.
Then you could take an application right there.
Okay, and then request a copy?
Request a copy, they're not going to give you a copy. That's county property. We don't give you applications back. So we keep it.
Okay. But when you say give it back, I'm not asking for it to be given back.
A copy or the actual application, either or.
Okay, that's weird. That's
Why?
odd. It's just documentation that I'm requesting, so it's odd that I can't receive a copy.
Ursula, well, applications, we goes back to the client. Okay, yes, you can have one.
Not even a copy? Oh, okay.
Well, this application was in June. I don't have a receipt for her. Not even a receipt. She dropped it in the mailbox.
I put in the mailbox downstairs.
So, no ma'am, there's nothing for us to give you.
Okay. And there's nothing.
You have not submitted anything of your own personal information. There's nothing for us to give you.
Okay. So then when I was accepted for food stamps, what was I accepted based on? Something.
I didn't run your information, so you're receiving food stamps?
Yes.
Well, it was based on the application you submitted.
Okay. So in the application alone, there must have been some type of documentation that was gathered in order for me to be approved.
Ma'am, I can give you the application. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay. Then have a good day.
Yeah. Seems like a very odd system. Now what's next?
This is my business.
Okay, but something like that for me to be pulled up.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Maybe I could talk to this woman then. She's very... Hi.
I'm on lunch right now.
Oh, okay. It's just, wow, this is just, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Okay, so I submitted an application for food stamps, and that's all I want is just a copy of all documentation that you have for me. I dropped the application in the mailbox downstairs, and whatever documentation you have for me, I just wanted that.
You want a receipt or something?
Yeah.
It's not legal check already, I guess.
Well,
Legal check.
no, she didn't check on anything. She just
She
said,
checked in one of our systems for the application, but we aren't allowed to give the application back to you if it's already been
They
submitted.
keep saying
Ma'am,
back to
if you
me.
need anything else, you can go to the front desk and they can assist you to another area. You have to be called back here.
Okay,
So you
but I
can go
was
to the,
called.
up there for them to assist you at the front desk.
Okay, but they're not going to assist me because they told me to come here.
Right, and I told you what we couldn't do. So if I couldn't do it, they're unable to do it. And you could pull another number and maybe they could queue a supervisor for you, but unfortunately they can't give you what you're looking for.
Okay, so if I could then call the county, is there a Columbus number then? Maybe I'll call Columbus. And I'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. I can't get any information on me, on myself. They won't give me any information on me.
You don't have ID?
Yeah. They said it's their property and I'm not allowed to have it. Documentation on me. On just me. On me applying for food stamps and a copy of that application. I'm not allowed to have it because it's their property. That's.
Get a case manager,
She was. She was.
an advocate case manager.
So wait, what? She said you needed that documentation for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And they said that you're not allowed to have it.
No, I'm not allowed to have it.
Why the fuck not? They got your name and stuff
That's
on it,
right. That's right. I'm not allowed to have it. Yeah, because they said it's their property. I'm not allowed to have it.
So you can't get a copy of it
Nope.
even?
The decision letter.
Nothing.
Maureen Burns?
Well, you make too much money.
Me?
Maureen Burns?
I'm on food stamps. I make nothing. I make zero.
I never heard of
Maureen
that.
Burns?
Yeah. Yeah. Customer service rep? What number is that?
I don't have the number for one.
Is it that 844 number?
I don't even know you put one, 844.
And that's customer service rep?
But it's not for here. It's for here because I was downtown. But maybe if that person can't, if they can't help you in that office, maybe they can give you another number. But that's what I call when I've had.
Damn, really? Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I don't want a number. I just wanted the name of the case worker who I. No, if you have it in the computer of who I spoke to back about 2:30 p.m. in this first office on the right, I just wanted her name.
If you go see, she back there.
Okay.
85,
Thank you.
85.
Hi. What's her name? Leah Evans Pittman? Okay. I made a, Leah Evans Pittman. I made a public records request for my own records and she refused me. Of my own records, I wanted all documentation you have in regards to me. I didn't need to give her a reason. She said it was the property of Highland County and she refused me. Yeah, just the date that I applied and everything that you have on me. You know, my signed application, everything. That's what I wanted. She refused to help me, and then when I came over to this woman, she said, tell her you're at lunch, and then I then stepped over to him. She then stepped out and said, you can't be back here unless you're called. I said, but I was called, and she absolutely refused to help me. It's just my own records. You can, because it's a highly revised code.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now, I can go speak with someone to find out, but I don't think that we can do that, but I'll go speak with someone.
Okay, because according to Ohio revised code, you can.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's just everything that I myself signed. I don't want anyone else's documentation. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, it'd be so much information in the computer. If we was to press it, it might be hours and hours.
Oh no! She told me she had absolutely nothing on me, and then which isn't true.
But did you
that
ever
was
apply for
weird.
benefits?
I did.
Okay.
Medical and food stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was very, very rude. And just refused me. And then she seemed like she was very helpful because she actually answered from her desk in there. Mm-hmm. And so I said, oh, she seems like she's very helpful. So when I stepped out to then ask her, she then immediately stepped up and said, tell her you're at lunch. Yeah.
Because I don't. You could have got you could have got how much you received. Even like the last benefit time you received.
Yeah, I just wanted, all documentation you have on me, and I applied in June, so there isn't a lot on me. I also wanted a copy of my application. I dropped it downstairs in the mailbox. So she said it wouldn't have been scanned or something like that. Well, actually, that's immediate because it's actually, you just take it right out from, yeah. Her behavior was so wrong, very uncalled for.
Right. I guess I never had a request like that before, so I couldn't say it was wrong or right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter why I'm requesting it. It's just the fact that I'm requesting it and I'm allowed to have it.
Okay, I understand
Right,
that, 'cause
right.
everything you turned in anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she's going to ask, but if you want to, you can give me your social security number.
Sure. Yeah. 291.
Okay. Now, do you have identification?
I sure do. Okay.
I don't see why she didn't suggest, give you a copy of your benefits, how much you
Right.
received.
She said there was absolutely nothing, and it was the property of the county.
Because we give our proof of insurance like every day.
Really, she
all
refused,
day.
adamantly refused. And then when I stepped over to him, she stepped out of the office. And then said, you can't be back here unless you're called here. I said, but I was called back here. That's how I spoke to her.
Right.
She called me into her office originally because I was sitting in the desks over here. I mean, in the chairs over here.
I can't explain what was
I
going
can't
on
either. It
with
was
that,
very,
'cause I
very,
don't know.
you know, very strange. And I know Ohio Revised Code, so then I just kept asking in case I was misunderstanding, but no, she made it clear.
I'm surprised she didn't offer you anything.
Nothing. And then something came up on her screen, and she said, that's for me, that's not for you.
Do you have her up? How far back is she asking for us to go?
She just applied in June. She
In
said.
June.
So she just wants her June application?
From June till now.
What all is in there?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. First of all, I was just printing out her benefits, whatever she received. Just to see. Okay, now I'm finna look into base.
Okay.
Okay. Give me 1 second for the reflection.
It might be in the old system.
Maybe I'm looking at the old one too. But let me make sure I just put this number in right. Okay.
Trying to get something in there. Because if she's back from June, there should be something in there.
For June. Okay.
Yeah, try her kissy kissy.
It's probably in the old one because we was just converting over at that time.
Oh, you're right.
We was
We
just
didn't
converting
convert
over.
over to August.
Okay. Okay, these documents here.
It's just her application and what else? Because like we can give her a copy of the application. Our forms that we use, like her screening forms, if that is ours that we use to make her determination, we can't give her that. But anything else that she submitted to us, basically we can't give to her. So her application we
Copy
could
of
do.
this?
Yeah. At least that's what I was informed upstairs. We'll probably actually have to look at all of the screenings just to make sure she can
Okay,
do
it
that.
wasn't that. It wasn't that much.
Right.
To make the determination, I can't have that even if it's not a lot.
I'm sorry.
To make the determination, I can't have that even if it isn't a lot of paperwork.
Okay,
I don't understand what you mean
You
by
said that
the
whatever you use to make the determination for my food stamps or the Medicaid,
No.
can I have that?
No.
Oh,
You can't have the paperwork, like she wouldn't be able to get that.
oh. Is it because it's in Columbus? Do I have to contact Columbus?
No, it's because it's our documents. It's used for internal use only. It's not for public use.
Oh. So then, do I need to request that in writing then?
You wouldn't be able to get it. It's because it's used by the county. It's used to make the determination. There's no reason for you to.
Well, there's no reason, but do I have a right to according
No,
to
ma'am.
Ohio Revised Code? Because it's like an employer, upon request, I'm actually by law allowed to request the employer give me documentation in regards to his or her determination of hiring or
and that's what
firing.
we're giving you. We're giving you what you're eligible for as far as the information.
Okay.
We're not giving you what we use to make our determination. No.
Oh. How come?
Because you're not, it's internally used only. It's for our screening purposes. So it's like basically how we determine whether or not you're eligible for whatever.
Okay. All right, because I would like that also.
Okay, well, you would have to speak with someone else in order to get that.
Oh, who can I speak?
I'm not sure. Like I
Oh.
say, I was told that we can give you
Thank you.
documentation showing what you're eligible for, as well as everything that you submitted to the agency as far as information. So there's your actual application that you submitted.
Okay.
That is your appointment letter for when they completed your intake.
Okay. Yeah, and then I dropped this in the mailbox downstairs. Okay.
And then that's the return mail that was sent back to the agency.
Okay.
Now, do you have a different address that you want to use to update your case?
No. Let's see.
We got this, the agency sent this out to you.
Right,
And
and
it
it
was
came back
returned
return
back
mail.
instead returned mail.
Oh,
Because maybe you wanted that address anymore?
at the 2227 Payne?
They sent it back.
Yes, I was there starting May 31st.
Right, but that was sent in July. Were you still there in
Yeah,
July?
yeah.
Well, it was sent back to the agency return mail.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask them why they did that. Okay. All right.
And you also filled out a medical application?
Yes, for Medicaid. Now, okay, so now this is U.S. postage. Is it because you guys sent it out somewhere?
Where
Yeah,
did we
that's
send it?
showing you that we got the envelope back returned mail.
Oh.
That's the envelope that
that
came
you
with.
guys sent out to,
We sent that out to that address there. That's the envelope showing that it came back returned mail.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask them about that. Okay, and,
And I have one more something that I did here. That you filled out a medical application.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. No. This was faxed to us for you. Do you remember filling this out? Medical application?
I did fill out a medical application.
This was it. It was faxed over. And also, this
So that's just the
application
confirmation showing that we received the fax for your application for cash.
Okay. And then
This
that's
was the
two.
fax sheet
Okay,
that they sent over.
all right. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
this is making too much noise as I'm wiping it off. So I just want a plain gray mat, because this is making way too much noise as I'm wiping it off.
No, you downstairs.
I know, as I'm wiping it, it's making too much noise because of the plastic. So I just want a gray mat without...
No, wait, you ain't have to bring that mat up here. It's a gray mat downstairs.
Someone's sleeping on it.
No, tell her to go. It's a mat in the back of the, in that overflow room.
Oh, but someone's
Why you
sleeping...
don't want that mat?
When I'm wiping it, it's making too much noise. And the women are sleeping. And there's actually someone sleeping right in front of that room.
Mr. Calabrese, you making this hard.
No, I'm not. It's just courteous. I mean, I'm just...
No, it's a mat.
See, you didn't understand what I just said. Listen, I'm just a very kind and courteous person, so please respect that.
But listen, you don't wake them women up as much as they snore, as much as they do. You're not going to bother anybody.
But not everyone down there is a heavy sleeper. Oh my God, everything is such an issue.
You're an issue out of a man.
But you just didn't understand what I said.
I heard what you said.
Okay.
You know how many plastic mats we have down there?
Okay, that's fine. But I wipe mine, and it's midnight. It's exactly midnight. So instead of wasting all this time going in a circle over...
I'm not going to go in a circle.
Okay, then let me just go and get a gray mat.
No, Miss Calabrese, I'm not going to have you disturb a bunch of women back there.
But there's no one back there.
You can take that mat downstairs, ask Miss Contreras to open the door, and put your mat on top and get you a gray mat. It's a gray mat downstairs.
But nobody sleeps down there. No one
You have
sleeps.
to go. You're not going to sleep up here.
No, oh my God, you didn't understand me. Nobody sleeps over here anymore. Remember?
Miss Calabrese, the only people are up here because we didn't have any room for the new couples to come. That's why they're sleeping upstairs. Downstairs in that back room is a gray mat. So I don't know why you brought that up here. You're being courteous, and it's a bunch of those blue mats down there is not bothering anybody.
Oh my gosh, yes, but it's midnight. Okay.
Miss Calabrese, either you take the mat.
Oh my gosh, Connie, I really don't know what's wrong with you. I really don't.
You're making an issue out of nothing. You're making an issue out of nothing.
Do you realize that I'm actually not the one making the issue, Connie? And you really don't realize that?
Miss Calabrese, if you're going to argue about some plastic on the mat,
Does it sound like I'm arguing, Connie?
why would you bring the mat up here?
To exchange it for a gray mat because then there's... I just told you why.
So that reason doesn't go with me, Miss Calabrese. You're not bothering anybody.
I see that it doesn't go with you, Connie.
So it's not, if I tell you that's not bothering anybody,
Connie, you yell for everything.
I'm talking.
You're
You don't understand my language.
Listen to you.
Listen to you, because I don't talk soft. That's the issue.
Yes, there are issues with you, Connie. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. For whatever reason, Connie. This thing is making too much noise. This mat with all this plastic. It's making too much freaking noise.
Where do you want to go?
I want to put it against the wall because I can't clean this. It's going to wake everybody up. Why did she give me this freaking mat? Listen to how much noise it's making. She told me to go and get a mat out of that closet. I told her there's someone sleeping over there. She said, oh, it doesn't matter. What a freaking bitch. I can't do that because she's sleeping. I'm not going to wake her up. She's such a fucking bitch. These women are sleeping. Alright, so I have to get my sheets anyways, and there's someone sleeping right in front of that closet. There's no way to take a mat out of that closet.
Ms. Calabrese, we can probably, I done talked to my co-workers. If you want to get a gray mat, you're going to have to be here at 9:30. Other than that, you're going to have to get the mat that we give you.
Okay, so then don't give me a blue mat with plastic on it, that's all.
You don't get preference here. Whoever comes, first come, first serve.
But you have a stack of gray mats in the cafeteria.
So hard. And the reason why you think I'm yelling, I'm talking in my regular tone that I talk to anybody every day.
Okay.
I have not changed.
Okay, so then why don't you just give me a gray mat?
Wait, ma'am. You got to stop right there. I'm talking. Okay.
And I have to get my sheets anyways.
Okay. I'm going to tell Tiara to come to get sheets. Hey, Tiara, Miss Calabrese, come so she can get sheets. And I'm not giving you a gray mat. You come here at 9:30, you get a gray mat. Other than that, you don't get preference over anybody. That you moving, rubbing, she would love to take that bed. So
okay.
I'll tell you what. If
then go take it.
You don't want the bed,
you want it?
I know where to sleep. What bed? She gonna take that?
There's a right in between the lockers. There's a place to sleep.
I'm not sure.
Do you want it? You don't have a place to sleep?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Come on. Let me show you.
You don't tell her what to do. You don't want the mat, bring your stuff up.
She doesn't have a place to sleep.
Do you want the mat, Miss Celebrity?
No.
Wait, hold up. You don't want the mat downstairs in the middle of the locker?
I don't even know what she's talking about.
Okay, that's why I was telling you. You don't tell her what to do. Do you want the mat?
No.
So bring your stuff up and send it to the cafeteria in the chair. Ma'am, she just don't walk in here like that.
I was saying hello.
You ain't even get checked.
Yes, I did.
Oh, she did. Go back over there so she get checked. So you can come up, bring your stuff in the cafeteria. If they find a bed for you, then it's fine. Other than that, you don't get a bed, Celebrity.
Okay.
So here, this is the deal. It's
all right.
A mat. Hold on 1 second, baby. It's a mat. You know, between the lockers downstairs. Like, you know, when you go downstairs.
All right. I'm gonna go get my card.
Let me look. Go down there and tell Miss Kinsey to show you.
And then right here. Yeah. Right here.
Right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I'm supposed to be right here?
Do you want me to help you bring the mat back over here?
I'm supposed to sleep right here.
Yes.
In between the lockers.
Yes.
With that mat.
Yes. You want me to help you?
Oh no, hell no. Huh? Huh? That mat right there? Yeah.
Miss Calabrese,
Yes.
one thing, you can't sleep in no chair.
Okay.
And the only thing you're going to have to wait
Want me to stand?
12:30. I don't care what you do.
Okay, I'll stand. Wait, you don't care, but you don't want me to sit in the chair?
You cannot sleep in a chair. The only thing you can do is wait now for a bed. You sit at the table until we assign you a bed. If we have a bed.
This is a jail. Where is it? Crazy nut. Someone else got it. Why not? She told me to sit in a chair, but there's mats. There's people sleeping on mats right over here.
There's a reason they're on that, so you have to wait until come. Either she can't find you a bed or.
There isn't a bed. They're all full.
Okay, so you gotta wait.
But here's about over 20 mats right here.
I understand that.
But I'm not allowed.
What's going on with Gina? Hold on.
keep wanting me in the basement.
The basement is for prisoners. But to be honest with you, now that back part of the basement, they don't even use that no more. The front part is nice and warm in there.
They instead.
I was down there before I went on the second floor.
I've been past 2 nights sleeping right on the upper level.
What happened to the lights? They went out?
Yeah, he turned them off. Oh, give me a break. She's telling me to go in the basement because I can't have a mat here. She keeps wanting me to go in the basement constantly. The scumbag that's in the office right now, the staff, the female staff member. Angie is her name?
Yeah. Why she want you to go in the basement?
And I have that flipping cart. Okay? I carry it. They keep wanting me in the basement constantly. And look, I did 2 nights. It was warm. It was quiet. But she wants me in a top bunk, too. Hi, Rochelle. You need help? No, that's not Rochelle.
Well, dear.
No, dear, I'm good. Thank you. So there's an open space right at the upper level with the other 5 women that are sleeping in mats. I could just put a mat right there.
They're not going to be there tonight. They're getting moved, so it's third shift gear. There's plenty of space all over the building.
There's what all over the building?
Plenty of empty mats and empty beds. They will not be there tonight.
Okay, well, I mean, why not? Because we are the first ones to pick up our mat and clean up our area first thing in the morning.
That has nothing to do with Nicole. Don't want nobody right there. And she'll be here in the morning. I'm not going to have that over my head. No.
Okay.
What you need, Mama Lou?
I'm Baby Lou. No, Mama.
Baby Lou?
Yep.
We are the first ones to clean up our stuff up there. We're up, boom, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, I'm going to be here at 11. So I'm going to lose that bed.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to lose that bed, why do I want to carry this down there tonight?
I think it's stupid. It's a waste of your energy. Taking the shit back.
And they said, well, Nicole's going to be here tomorrow. I'm up at 5:30 in the morning.
What does that got to do? Nicole doesn't do any physical work.
She said that Nicole doesn't want anyone on mats. 1, 2.
So that's not possible because they already.
There's 2 there. There's about 6 women over there. She's such a fucking bitch. I'm the first one that they tell this shit to while keeping other women in mats.
So be like that.
They treat me like shit every fucking day at every chance they get.
I noticed that.
Yep. Did you notice that?
Tired of the shit.
I would leave that shit sitting on the floor
Hmm.
and get it out. And you better learn how to talk back to these people. See, how old you is?
How old? 49.
Girl, you open your mouth.
You really?
Oh, I have. It doesn't do any good. They make it worse whenever I do open my mouth. They make it worse. She said that there's plenty of beds available, so none of these women are going to be in mats. They've told me that before, and then these women will remain in the mats. So they're full of shit. Let me see if she tells her that she's going in a mat, because she's in a mat. Let me see if she tells her that she's going in a bed. because she's in a mat.
It's your choice to sleep, because I know one day I just didn't want to sleep in the bed, and I slept on the mat down here.
Yeah, it should be our choice.
Yeah. When 6
Now
o'clock
listen.
came and she said time to get up, I got up and got in the bed.
Now, she's not telling her. She is currently sleeping on a mat. She has not told her that she's going into bed. Right? Okay, but she has not opened her mouth. Whatever. Oh, yeah, I know, but she just said that everyone who's on a mat is not going to stay in the mat. They're going to be put in a bed because there's plenty of beds. She did not open her mouth just now and tell. She just said that everyone who's in a mat is not going to stay in a mat. But she didn't tell you just now the same thing. Yeah, I know. I know. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But she keeps looking over here at me to make sure that I'm going to go in that bed and carry that downstairs. But she hasn't gone to tell all you guys to go into a bed. But she, see? See? Wait. Let me just hold. She just said. No. I'm able to carry a mat. But she just said that everyone who's in a mat is going to go into bed. Okay? I don't want a bed either. But she especially. I don't want a bed. You don't want a bed. Okay, there's some of us that don't want beds. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and I come in at 11 o'clock. I can't have a permanent bed either. So, right. Each time they have told me it's a temporary bed, and then on New Year's Eve, I didn't get up to the bed until 10 o'clock because I was down here talking to someone. When I went upstairs, that bed was given away to the woman who had it before. Now she's going to give me a hard time, and she keeps looking over here, and all of her frickin' high, and she is high right now. She is high. Huh. She is flying high as a kite right now, that one. Oh my God. I prefer a mat. And I don't know because so does this woman here. And she's on a mat. I prefer a mat too. I don't come in until 11 o'clock at night.
You need to come, first of all, stop. Because you telling them ain't going to help you. You out there having a whole conversation when I'm the one you need to be talking to.
And why are you giving me an attitude?
Because I don't appreciate you having a complaint and you talking to everybody else and not getting your
I have
shot.
freedom of speech.
You have freedom of speech, but if you want something done, then you need to talk to the people that can help you.
Okay, I
started Kaflama.
I'm not starting any Kaflama.
What is it that you need?
I want a mat.
Go ahead. Help yourself.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. See? This is all the time the way they treat me like this all the time.
Susan. What's her name? Gina.
See?
I need you to leave the lounge.
Wow. What's your name?
I need you to leave the lounge.
Can I have
I need you to leave the dining area.
Okay, can I have a grievance form?
I need you to leave the...
Can I have a grievance
I need you to
form?
leave the dining room. Get it from the front desk. I need you to leave the dining room.
Okay, like
you can leave now or security could come and get you.
I would like a grievance.
Okay, get it from the front desk.
I just asked you for a grievance.
I don't have any. They're at the front desk.
Are you okay right now?
Do you want to get escorted to your mat or do you want to go by yourself?
Matt knows.
Pulled up in that driveway with some celebration. That's the time I told her she had asked for full bottle. And she said that there ain't something she said, you have to ask her. But she said that because the man gave her his card. She said she seen somebody take the donations and put it in their car and drive.
Yes.
With
Yes. 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 Okay. If it's in this building, Matt and Nicole are the first ones to know about it. Okay. Everyone wants to go run to Nicole, go run to Matt. If it's in this building, Matt and Nicole know about it right away.
And then they get an attitude because we are caught on to what they're doing. That's why they get an attitude.
That's why they hate my guts.
Because we don't caught on to what they're doing.
That's why they hate my guts. I wasn't doing anything wrong downstairs. I did nothing. Even when she was saying she's going to call security, I didn't even say anything. I was just,
You know, I'm getting harassed in here. You know that, right?
and now she's wide awake because that one knocked over her. And she smells like urine. I just don't want her near my stuff.
I said no.
She smells like urine. Strong. Yeah, she got hers started now. She was fast asleep.
I said no.
See? Yes. Yes. They hear us talking.
You're talking about the wrong thing. You ain't supposed to be talking about.
Tina, they've heard Tina and I talking more than one time. More than one time. That's why yesterday when I asked for some bread because they were serving something with egg. Oh, that's another one. Last night, when I asked for, because I don't eat anything made with egg, so I asked for some bread. They said, no, you have to eat this. I said, but I'm vegetarian. One of the staff members ended up saying that I was a psychological danger because I'm vegetarian. Yeah, they really are. Right.
And we said, Don, they got a new wig now, curly wig. I'll give you some of them damn person. She probably sold, got her some money. And now she's wearing wigs and shit.
Oh, yeah, really nice wigs. Really nice.
Sold some of them damn person.
Oh, I bet you anything. Really nice wigs.
Because I'm tired of being threatened. I am. So you gonna cut me off the road and all that shit if I leave out to be with my baby daddy. If I get a home.
Really, really nice wigs. Really nice wigs. These are real hair that she's wearing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am. Somebody in the bathroom. Somebody, if you don't get your uterus out, I'm gonna fuck you up, stab you in your back and shit.
Yeah, now she's wide awake.
The police even said that. Leave me alone. You ain't even controlling anything. And the staff, not because it's the staff up here doing it, the staff ain't doing nothing about y'all threatening in the chair.
They keep wanting me to go in the basement constantly. Go in the basement constantly. They wanted me between the lockers. And then they gave me this mat that had plastic on it that nobody ever wants to sleep on. And they insisted that I either sleep on that mat or go sit in the chair at the table in the dining area, but she better not see me sleeping in that chair. And I better not, Connie. Connie. And I better not take one of the 26 mats. Bow-legged. Very bow-legged. Dreads, short dreads, and very bow-legged. And she said she better not. Huh? Yeah. And she better not sit in. And I wasn't allowed to take any of the 26 mats that were against the wall, that aren't being used. I'd have to sit at the dining table in a chair, but you better not see me sleeping in that chair. So Tina sat up with me until about 4:30 in the morning.
That's what I mean.
They're not they're not right at all. They're not right at all.
I have rights too. I have rights too. I ain't doing nothing. I can sit here all day and walking past me, throwing stuff on me, and self sitting right there saying I'm doing it on camera.
Hey, who's that?
It's me.
Who is that? I can't see.
Well, I can't see either. If you sitting right here and looking at everybody else, on what they doing. Every time I complain, they don't. I told I'm not doing no acting. I'm not doing none of that. I told them they had a navigator. She tried. They spoke the business into my housing. Yes, I told Channel 3, and I ain't gonna lie. I told the health board, and yes, I reported it. And my worker was in here from the first.
She walked away.
Do what you gotta do. They get up here doing what they doing, and they you see them doing.
She walked away?
Yep. It's funny to you, right? Yep. Even the police and the fighter man had to go to court on my behalf. Yes, I'm serious.
She knows too.
And my kids been up in here going to DCM alone.
Yep, she knows what's going on.
Yep.
Mom was back in tow. The father.
Do you see how fast she left? I didn't take my iron today, but I drank my water.
The regular shelter. I'm supposed to be in your house.
Did you see how fast she walked out of here? You know what? I think that a little bit, they're scared. Yeah. Yeah.
And all these cameras rolling like a mug. Every last one of these cameras work. Y'all don't even know that. I don't even have a phone, no misdemeanor, no nothing.
You know, if these they're probably going to even shut these cameras off on this floor. Because that camera right there will show if they take the purses out. If we were to request the footage, I bet you anything they're going to turn this floor off. This hallway is going to be that camera is going to be turned off.
They came out here and told y'all what to do. Y'all lied about it.
The new staff went in there and come out with a lot of stuff.
Ask you this, how do they know how to, if
they would have to subpoena it. They would have to subpoena. They would have to subpoena the court for the camera footage. They can't just come and take it. That's an illegal seizure. But they can actually go through the court. But that's what I'm saying is, I'm sure that they know that could happen, and they're just going to turn that camera off. It is. Even this camera right here on this floor is okay, but it's on a computer screen in the lobby. Yeah.
With two holes in their ear. We're looking for a lady with two piercings in their ear. So that tells you what they look for two piercings. On what here? No, put it here. Okay. Nobody can go for it. And I thought it was, it ain't about the court. I'm okay with it.
She didn't want to talk anymore. As soon as Reba sat down, she was out of here.
A lot is missing. It was way more stuff than that in there. The older staff apparently they were taking with them. About the person who is it. So that's the one we supposed to get in November, or for the people that we, what can say is for people that had a birthday in that month.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a leverage here.
But they don't get the new ones. They get old purses. They don't get new purses. No. No, they're old.
Yeah, old, yeah.
Yeah. Dirty. Dirty, but those are new. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yep. On birthdays, they give old, beat up, dirty purses.
Now the staff know. And what they want.
Those are new. They're not going to come to us. These guys, they're scared because they're hearing too many of us talk, and they're scared. Me,
United States won.
they hate my guts.
The white side. But you know what? How can I beg you your stuff and you keep it here and lying to the landlord and telling the landlord a whole bunch of stuff to keep my kids? So who begging them when you supposed to be this? They talked about, and I'm gonna be honest with you. They talking about losing, they about to lose their careers behind this shit. I asked them that. No, you don't. I got full custody. I do believe she's from Virgin Israel.
She is Satan. Now they came back in here to make sure that what she was saying. When they then saw that she then was talking about her kids, they then walked back out. As long as she's not talking about this place.
Now ask who reported you.
Yes, that's when
Angie said. They went to work at the dentist. Now he's smiling.
Man, this place is rotten to the core. Rotten to the core.
Really, I tried to sign you up in the Army and shit. I don't think so. You better call 676. What you do?
Oh, yeah. I ain't trying to get the phone. That'll work.
Miss Gina.
Yeah.
I need to go to a bed, baby.
No, I'm staying here. They can stay here. I can stay here.
You got two options. You can go upstairs to a bed or 11 or 11 to a bed, or you can leave her. That's all I can tell you. Or you can leave her. Now, that's all I can tell you. Because I'm not jeopardizing my job to you because you ain't got no problem. You keep banging me, you got a choice.
We are packed up. The first thing is 5:30
I don't want to hear that. Where do you want to go? You got two options. We got two options. You can go out and take a chill pill, or you can go to a bed.
Chill pill?
Or go to a bed. Which one do you want to do?
Wait a minute.
I'm not interested in that.
I am.
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not. What do you want to do? One or two? You want to leave or you want to go to a bed?
I'm talking.
I know. You need to talk to me.
No, I'm going to wait. Yes, we are going to talk to Nicole tomorrow.
Okay, you need to talk to Nicole tomorrow. But tonight, Nicole is not here. And it's my show.
Okay, no.
What do you want to do? So we're going to talk. Security, let's talk.
We're going to talk to Nicole tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, you are free to do whatever you want. But we're going to talk.
Here, this wouldn't even be an issue though.
You're right, because Pam has put us up here.
So if we don't have any open beds, but per the code, if we have open beds, there are not to be any mats in
But
this
I have.
You slept downstairs before because of the rule. Come on now, and that was because.
Security, come on. She need to get a bed or she can go.
Security, I have this card.
It doesn't matter. We can take that card. You can take that card with you.
I mean, I don't understand. But we want to talk. We want to discuss it with Nicole.
Okay, but Nicole's not here tonight,
Right.
sweetheart.
So I'm telling you,
So you can talk to Nicole in the morning. She will definitely be here tomorrow.
Are you excited because of the new purses and codes that are in the room?
Take care of this for me, baby. Take care of that for me, baby.
Or you can take a bed
There's
upstairs.
coats and purses in that room, and so that's why they want us off the floor. If they want them, they can take them.
No, that's not the case. This is supposed to be clear. You're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
You
See that light's on? That light's always off. I mean, we know. So if they want them, they can take them.
That's not the issue. They just want us to be clear. That's all. You just leave it up there.
I'll tell you that. You don't know about
Wow.
downstairs or upstairs. I got this whole.
got two options. You got two options.
I can't go upstairs. I can't go downstairs.
You gotta do one of the two.
Okay,
you need to go in the back to a mat then. Let's go.
I'm right. I've been.
No.
Monica put me.
No. I don't care what Monica did. Monica's been going for 3 days.
And I've been
There's
here
nobody
for
to sleep here.
Can't put me here.
Nobody is to sleep here. You got two options. You can go out the door or you can go to your bed for me. That's all I'm saying.
Get up.
Let's go. That's my option.
If you want the purses and coats, just take them. If you want the purses and coats, just take them.
No holler. Yes, you did just now. Don't holler at me. That's not low. That's not low. That's not you talk about to me. I can hear. I can hear, baby. I need you to move. See, y'all, I look like you're scared.
Gwen. Hey, Gwen.
Yeah. I don't have no problem.
No, you know what? They're the ones making it difficult. There's brand new purses in there. We don't want them. Just take them.
We ain't worried about the person. Just get out the lobby. That's all you have to do. You're making this difficult.
I'm not making nothing difficult, young lady.
This is where I'm gonna be.
And ain't nobody gonna talk to me. If I talk to you with respect, you gonna talk to me with respect. I don't care who you are. I ain't no child.
ridiculous. I can't do this. Okay. Honey,
I know I don't, and I know she does. She's a supervisor because they call her. Now I'm out. My phone is when they do people here, you don't understand. We need you out of the lobby.
I know.
We need you out of the lobby.
It's just, I understand that. It's just too wet out there.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Did you make your list?
It's getting soaking wet.
That's why I asked you to leave it sit right here. We don't want any of your stuff.
No. I know, but whenever I put my stuff in the kitchen, it's disappeared. I even gave a bag of vegetables. I gave it to Malik. I then asked Malik if he could get it for me. He said it's not back there. I put cream cheese back there. I then asked Malik, my name is on the bag. Can you get it for me? He said, that's not back there. Huh?
Where are you headed to?
Well, I now want to just make a list of everything that's in the bag, and then I just want it in writing, if they can just tell me in writing that they don't want me to bring food in, because I was told that it was fine, but now that's been discontinued. So I said, can you just put in writing that you don't want me to bring food in, so I can then send it to the CFO Teresa, and just say, can you please this is the rule, and can you please, because her and I met about my diet.
Teresa, I can't.
The CFO? I know, and now I got to clear. This is a mess.
Where are you going with your thing?
Oh, I was making a list of everything I have in my bag, and the paper is getting soaking wet, so it's hard for me to write outside.
I got in trouble for asking them to hold people's stuff up.
This is a mess.
I literally have no control. This is not even the front area that I control. I don't have any control of it. So it has to, unfortunately, be their rules. Not mine. I have not even Nia on this one.
Because we're telling you, don't worry, I'm open to
I'm sorry, but I know.
But at the men's shelter,
I see the
I'm not at the men's shelter. I'm at the women's shelter. But this shit is stupid. This shit is the most retarded ass shit. Nothing unopened. I ain't gonna write nobody because I'm gonna be out there. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit down. No. It's either you're gonna do it like that, or I'm gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do it like this. Okay, Serena? I'm gonna get out. Let me warm up a little bit. Serena, you should have never been I'm not compromising with you today. Okay, so she has to go and roll my foot. I am not telling y'all in the Miss Monica, that's why Miss Monica. Miss Monica. No, okay, I'm not you may not. Miss Monica, no, you may not. No, you may not. You can step outside. Because I know you wouldn't treat me like her. You can step outside, or you can throw away and go outside. This is somebody's hard money. This is money. You know this. So I'm gonna step outside. I'm not playing with you. And when they beat my ass and kill me, because they run, shit, you're the answer. I die.
Okay. Gina, I have too much going on.
I know, and I'm stuck. I'm so stuck right now.
All I want you to do for me is to leave with the right inside of here.
I understand what you're saying. I just want to write down exactly what's in the
I don't
bag.
have time to deal with that.
But
right, I don't. When I spent the 20 minutes in
I understand. But I'm telling you that my stuff has been stolen.
I'm compromising the best. I don't have any other compromise.
But here's the
So I
thing.
need you to leave your bag, go inside, and let me make whatever phone calls. I can't even get an opportunity to do that. You know why? Because I'm repeating conversations such as
No, you don't have to repeat.
Yes, I do, because you're not complying.
No, I'm just saying. I can just sit there. I can make a list. I know, but I just want to make a list, and I just want a letter of stating that I can't bring food in, so I can then send it to the CFO.
Guess who's working? I'm working for you, and you're not working for me. You're not trusting me.
No, it's not a lack of trust.
Ask you to leave your bag right
I'm just
here.
going off of experience.
Let me cut in for a minute. No, I don't fault her for doing her job. No one can fault her. I'm mad at what she's doing. But true enough, she's doing her job. I appreciate her doing it. But motherfucker come in, find a gun in there. I appreciate what she's doing. I went off and I'm sorry.
Oh, I ain't mad at you.
You're doing your job. You're doing good.
I know, but see, that's all I want to do is just write down, because my stuff people have slippery fingers.
But you gotta understand we're trying to get busy.
So, and I understand that.
So much.
But the thing is that why isn't she just allowing me to write down what I have on each sheet of paper?
She's telling you how my lady. You see me in and out. I
know, but it just seems like they're the ones causing the commotion.
They are, because
it's almost like they don't seem like that they can do their jobs. You know?
I'm a fault them. I fault the people that are making them do it. I was trying to learn off on her. She's doing her job. She's doing it damn well.
But see, I was on a vegetarian list, and now.
But you know what? You gotta do it more than once. You gotta keep on making a report, and then put you back on this.
I know, but
don't fall her.
No, I'm not yelling or anything.
And that's all I'm saying. No, don't fall her.
I don't. No, I'm not yelling at her. I just want to just write down the food, and that's all I'm going to do.
Then when there's something like that, I'm going to answer. Can they do it now?
Yeah, I just want to write down what I have in the bag, and I just want to go to the table. I just want to write down what I have, and then that's all. But I can't do it outside because it's soaking wet, so my paper is getting soaking wet. So I just want to write it down on the table, just what I have, because yes, my stuff has disappeared when I've given it to staff. Yeah, Marie came back and said, your bag isn't in the kitchen anymore, so that's all. Okay, this is well, it's now because Norma Her wouldn't let me bring food in to the shelter when they've been allowing it, which I can prove with my receipts. So now I'm stuck in the cold because I didn't want to throw away my food or leave it at the front desk, because when I do that, when I've left it with the staff of Norma Her of the YWCA, my food disappears. Okay, wait, I am not even in, where, do you know where this library is?
I don't know, I'm not talking about the library.
Oh, no, I am.
Okay, well.
Because now it's a problem.
Let's bring it to work verification.
No, I'm not going to do that because they don't know that I'm in a homeless shelter.
You don't have to tell them.
No.
Just bring a schedule.
No.
Pay stub.
A stub.
No.
Well, you're gonna have a problem then moving forward.
Well, there's already a problem because you just told me that I'm being followed to the library.
I didn't say you're being followed.
Okay, but you just told me.
Someone see you at the library.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Nope, that means I'm being followed at the library, to the library. Because it's all the way in Cleveland Heights. So that means I'm being followed. Because there hasn't been anyone.
So what's your next step?
My next step is to find out, well, definitely make it known that I'm being followed.
Okay.
Because that's a problem. That's stalking.